I have tried to make this video so many times. So let's start over one last time. Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm 29. I'm a graduate student. I live in Ohio. It's not so bad. It's not as bad as the people are telling you. And I really want to start making videos, but every time I get close, I get in my own way. It goes like this. I watch a lot of YouTube. I see a lot of cool people making cool videos, talking about a lot of neat things. They've got great ideas. I like them quite a bit. And I start to think about all the great ideas I have and all the neat things I could talk about. I've experienced a lot of things. I've read a lot. I've played a lot of games. I could at the least make something I would like to watch. That seems to be the big secret. I've heard content creators say that they're just making things they would like. And it turns out a lot of other people would like to watch it too. So I get to writing. And usually I get pretty far. I'm studying philosophy, and I don't know about you and your particular interests, but when you really get into something and start getting passionate about it, you start to see it everywhere. It's a pretty nice feeling. You feel more connected to the path you're on, and you get a lot of hope that you're starting to understand things on a better level if you can make sense of it when it pops up in random places. And you think, hey, that's pretty cool. I wonder if other people have talked about this. And then you find out they have. And they've done it really well. It's very well researched. It's very well thought out. Very insightful. Well, that's alright. There's plenty of people who have gone over the same topic as others and still make it interesting. I've watched different videos on the same topic just to see different takes and perspectives. I just have to put my own spin on it. Then I spend an awfully long time thinking about how I would make a unique version of something that's already out there, something that speaks to the topic at hand, but is really uniquely me. I want to be different, but also the same. And I'm not sure that's exactly the way I should go about it. So I start to hit some walls creatively. My productivity slows down immensely, and I start to ask the wrong questions. Am I creative at all? Am I unoriginal? Do I not know myself well enough? Is that why I can't add a personal enough twist or flair to what I want to do? Am I a fake gamer? Am I a fake philosopher? Am I one of them phonies that kid from Catcher in the Rye talks about? Alright, hold on. I'm not a phony. I take a nice deep breath, go do something I enjoy or do to unwind, and I go back to thinking, but from a more mindful perspective that knows better to toss away the destructive thoughts. I've lived a great life so far. I've made a lot of mistakes, sure. I'm not perfectly where I want to be, sure, but I have a lot to be proud of. Good home, money in my pocket, and a lot of wonderful people who really care about me for who I am. I've climbed a lot of mountains, mostly figurative. Some real mountains, though. Small mountains. So life is good. If I'm going to do this at all, I need to be having fun and be okay with making mistakes. The first video doesn't have to be perfect. And those thoughts bring me a lot of peace. They bring me back on track. And then after all that, I still haven't made a video. I usually scrap what I already wrote in order to start over on a new leaf, a fresh page with a fresh perspective, and the cycle repeats. Though admittedly each time I come out with more resolve, and I think I finally found the right thing to say to myself that tilts the scales in the direction of making me a real content creator. I had to time travel and take my own advice. I remembered a very specific occurrence. I was 19 years old playing RuneScape and watching a Twitch stream. I don't remember who, unfortunately, but someone in that chat asked the streamer about the difficulties of content creation. The streamer offered some sound advice, and I, in all of my infinite wisdom as a man who hadn't done much of anything at all at that point, chimed in as well. I told the other chatter that it wasn't about starting off on the perfect foot. Your first video didn't have to have 100,000 views. Your first stream doesn't need to reach everyone in the known universe that would possibly enjoy it. You just need to actually start. If you don't hit record, how are you going to accomplish anything you were hoping for? And the other chatter loved it. They thanked me and the streamer, and they promised to get started. My 19-year-old self wouldn't go on to make any videos, or do any streams of their own. They wanted to, but they had a lot of the same holdups I had, with none of the life experience or support to move past them. But here I am now, with another decade of life experience and self-acceptance, to support and encourage myself with. I don't only want to take my own advice from 10 years ago. I want to make that lost 19-year-old proud. It's not about believing that I'm better than anyone else or giving in to some delusion that I'm going to earn 17 billion subscribers because I deserve it, because I'm actually the smartest guy in the room and will have deeply cutting insight about Five Nights at Freddy's that only someone who has read too much existentialist philosophy could have. I'm not the center of the universe, but I am all that I have got. I want to be good to myself and to my past self and to my future self, and this is just one of the many ways that I hope to do that. I'm writing the script for my second video at the same time as this one, so hopefully the next video doesn't take too long to get in the inbox. I want to invite you with me on this journey, just to see what happens. And don't be afraid to make something yourself if you've always had an itch. In the most positive and endearing way possible, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm giving myself the room and the freedom to fail here, to make something imperfect and messy as long as I'm happy with it and that there are people who enjoy listening to it. I want to make some cool things, and if that's something you've always wanted to do, then you should too. Let's both take the advice of my 19-year-old self and just get ourselves out there. Who knows what sort of wonderful things could happen.